Good evening, friends. Welcome back again to the part 3 of Pranav Sir's classes. In this class today, we shall discuss the most interesting part of preposition. While using those prepositions, we get confused. For example, where to use since, where to use from, and how for is different from. What is the difference between at the end and in the end? What is the difference between on, over, above, under, below? You reached at the college on time or in time? What is the difference between among and between, across and along? All these things we shall discuss in this class today. Stay tuned till the end of the class. I give you 100% guarantee that you will never be confused while making use of these prepositions. Friends, we shall start our class today with a critical analysis on the difference between since and for, then since and from. So let's start with the difference between since and for. I have waited you since 8 p.m. She was ill for a week. The very examples state that here it's a time and the time is a point of time, and here is also a time and which is a period of time. The major difference, my dear friend, the major difference is it's a point of time, but here it's a period of time. So let's go to the other differences. You see here, when you talk, I have waited you since 8 p.m., it says when something began, very important. We don't focus on the period, we focus on a time, and that time is a point of time when a particular action started. And second one, a point of time, not a period. I have already told you. You see, a week means it stated you. It told you about a time, and the time is a period of time. But here, it's a particular point of time. Then present and past perfect tense. It is very important, my friends. Please go to the description where links of my class on tense have been given. There you will get the difference between tense and time, then past tense, then present tense classes. Your doubt on tense will be clear, I assure you. You see here present and past perfect, subject plus have plus V3, third form of the verb, or past perfect, subject plus had plus third form of the verb. So remember, while making use of since in your sentences, while talking about a point of time in your sentence, please make use of the present perfect and past perfect tense. And in the Subanasthras, I have written, you have written, she or he has written. In past perfect, I had written, you had written, she or he had written formula. Okay, please make use of these tense while making use of since in your sentences. Let's move to the discussion on for. So she was ill for a week. I have already told you, my friends, that as it is a week, so it tells you about a period of time. Let's go to the second period of time. A week, a month, a year. Okay, it's a period. How long continued? The focus is how long continued, not the point of time when something started, but the focus is how long continued. And third, no specific tense. No doubt, in some grammar books you will find that for use of for also, they make use of present and past perfect. But so long as the modern English grammar is concerned, there is no tense. That's why I use the past simple. She was ill. Okay, there is no specific tense that will go with the use of for. Some of my students have some questions on the difference between for and during. My dear friends, there is no such great difference between for and during. During is a period of time that is already known to you earlier. For example, she was ill for a week. and she did not eat anything during that week, because the week, that 7 days of time, is already known to you. That's why when a particular duration of time that is already known to you, for that period of time we use during. So let's move to the difference between since and from. You see here that he works from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. You see, normally used with to or till, until. Normally when you find there is the use of from, there will be the use of to, till or until, like from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. And it also goes with place. He's from Mumbai. We also use from with the places. And no tense by here also, like for, we don't have some specific tense that will go with the use of from. Friends, I am going to draw a picture for you. Please tell me who is that person. Can you? Yes, fine. It's the outline picture of Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhiji, the father of our nation. So you see here, I draw the picture with a pen, but the picture was drawn by me. So what is the difference between with and by? You see here, I draw the picture with a pen. So it is an instrument. Usually we use with a pen, with a pencil. But when you talk about the picture was drawn by me, okay, here it's me is an agent. We talk about an agent by me. So when it is an agent, it will be by, and when it will be an instrument, it will be with. Most of my students have the problem on the use of on time and in time, where we have to use in time, when we have to use on time. Please move to the examples. We got to the airport in time to have a cup of tea before checking in. It is not the exact time, it's not the correct time, it's an early enough. The time when it is early enough, we use or we make use in time, not on time. When we have to use on time, you see the example, the plane took off on time, exact time, at the right time, or on the schedule or the scheduled time. So the major difference between in time and on time is it is early enough when we make use of in time, and it means at the right time or on scheduled time when we make use of on time. Next, let's switch over to the difference between at the end and in the end. Let's move to the examples first. We stay at the end of the street. End of the street or at the end of the street itself, the sentence tells that it's the end of a location, it's the end of an area, end of a place. So if it is the end of a time or end of a place or location, we have to use at the end, not in the end. At the end of the day, not in the end of the day, because it's a time. For time and location, we use at the end. But in the end, she decided to buy a blue car. Here, in the end means finally. After a long time, she took for 5 days, for example, to choose the color. So finally, she decided to buy a blue car. So here the meaning of in the end is finally or after a long time. So this is the difference. Here it's the end of a day, end of a month, end of a place. But here you see the meaning of in the end is finally, in conclusion, or after a long time. Next is the difference between in and into. Please go to the picture. Here it is Raj, who is already in the farmhouse. But you see Suraj, it is the back side of Suraj. Suraj here is entering into the farmhouse. So Raj is in the farmhouse. So you see the difference. Raj is already in the house, but Suraj is going into the house. So here into, from the picture itself, it is very clear that Suraj is entering into the farmhouse. So one is the existence, the state, the condition, and the other into is the movement. One is the existence or state, that is in, and into refers to the movement. Friends, in the last class, that was the discussion on, in, and at. We have a clear-cut discussion on. Here you see Lagna. Okay, Lagna is on the roof, or Lagna is standing on the roof. But you see Sulagna is jumping onto the house. You see the action of Sulagna. Okay, what she is doing? Sulagna is jumping onto the house. So one here, it's the on. It told you about the existence. It is a state. But here you see onto. It is the movement. Change of level from one level to another level. Like in and into, how in told about the existence or state, but into told about the movement. Here also you see that on tells you the state or existence, but onto it told you about the existence. You see how Sulagna in a jumping pose. Okay, she is jumping onto the house. My dear friends, from your primary school career, you might have been taught about the difference between and among. I just repeat it. You see the house. Where is the house? The house stands between two trees. You see here it is one tree and the other tree. So when you talk about two trees, we use between. It relates an object to two other objects. Two objects here. This is one tree and this is another tree. When it relates an object to two other objects, at that time we use between. The house stands between two trees. But unlike between, you see here the house stands among the trees. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Among relates an object to more than two other objects. When there were two trees only, we used the house stands between two trees. But when you see here more than two trees are there, we see here there will be the use of among. The house stands among the trees. Another interesting prepositions are your along, across, up and down. So you see here it's the road, National Highway, NH. You see he ran across the road. The picture, the arrow itself tells you that how he ran across the road. But she walks along the road. It's parallel to the road. She walks along the road. When we have to use across, cross, the answer is there in the question itself. ये फूल का नाम क्या है? ये फूल का नाम क्या है? What का मतलब क्या होता है? What का मतलब क्या ही होता है? He ran across the road. When cross, it's across and it is parallel along. We have to use she walks along the road. Let's come to up and down. The answer is there. Up is up, down is down. The preposition up is used when the boy climbs up the ladder. Okay, up and down, the girl comes down the ladder. Now the girl is coming down. So we use here down when it is down and up for up. Next difference is very important, my dear friends. It is make of or make from. The house is made of bricks. Why it is made of? Butter is made from milk. Here it is made from. So the difference you find here you see the material and here also you see the same material. Means make of and made from both are used for the materials. But the difference is here shape not changed. When we use the brick in the house, the shape of the brick is not changed. Is it changed? No. So we use here made of when the shape is not changed. Remember, when the shape is not changed. Butter is made from milk. So where you find milk in butter? Is it? Do you find it? No. Here also material, but the shape completely changed. You find a chemical change here. Okay. So when the shape is completely changed, the shape of the material is completely changed. In those places, we use made from, not made of. Made of is used when the shape of the material is not changed. And finally, we shall move to the difference between over and above, below and under. Most confusing. Put the cream over the cake. What do you mean by here? Here, over means covering or on top of. When the meaning is covering or on top of, we use over. But you see, the plane is flying above the clouds, higher than something else or higher place. When it indicates higher than something else or higher place, we use here above, not over. Fine. Again, covering or on top of. When such meanings come, usually we use over. And when higher than something else or higher place, for that we use above. And come to the difference between below and under. In some cases, there is not at all any difference between below and under, but they live below us. It indicates lower than. But the space between things, we live in the second floor, but they live in the first floor. When we talk about the space between things, here we use below, not under. But don't put the mobile under your pillow. You see here, it also indicates lower than. The meaning is lower than, but it is the physical contact. Physical contact, physical contact. Don't put the mobile under your pillow. You find here the physical contact of a mobile phone and the pillow. So when there is physical contact, we use under, and when there is space between things, but the meaning is lower than, we use below. My dear friends, this is all about today's class. But in the next class again, on your request, I must come with some miracles of preposition. That is, there are some specific words, maybe verbs, maybe adjective, maybe other words. Believe in will be used. After the verb believe, there will be in. According to, beware of. Similarly, there are also some other prepositions that we have not covered up in these 3 classes that we'll discuss in the last part of our class on prepositions. So, meeting you soon in the next class. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.
Hope you like this video. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe. And yes, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.